Bhaja man Radha Govinda Radhe, Radha Govinda Radhe. Bhaja man Radha Govinda Radhe, Radha Govinda Radhe.
Gopi, is it your first visit to India, or you have visited India before?
No, it is not my first time to India. I've been coming to India since 2009. So I've been several times. So much so that it feels a little bit just like home away from home.
Can you explain which places you have visited and what it feels like to visit those places?
Yeah. The wonderful thing about India is you can find Krishna anywhere, everywhere, all of the places. So I've been to Jaipur, I've been to Karoli, I've been to Rishikesh, I've been to Delhi and Vrindavan. And so everywhere I go, the wonderful thing is that I get to look for Krishna and find him anywhere, everywhere.
Would you Vrindavan have a special bond with Krishna? What was your connect with Vrindavan?
I was born to parents who were practicing ISKCON devotees, so they've joined the Hare Krishna movement, and my entire family has joined, and so this is from birth. My connection is that really Krishna is the one who saved my life. I was born quite premature, and so it was a really dangerous situation, and so the only way that I was pretty much able to survive is my parents coming and praying, chanting every day, reading different spiritual texts every day, and hoping against hope that maybe the Lord would perform some miracle. And he did, and here I am. So for me, that bond is something that transcends everything, anything. Even before I had an idea of who I was, Krishna knew who I was.
I would like to know where you are brought up, and you said you are born, with the miracle you have been saved, and I'd like to know how Krishna was around you when you were growing up, when you had that understanding of that this is my turning point.
There was no option to have a different understanding. The entire culture was one of Krishna consciousness. I wasn't brought up with anything else. I went to a regular school, but everything else about my life was completely bhakti related and Krishna conscious. So there was no other path, actually. There wasn't a time when I had to go and explore different religious paths or try to find spirituality some other way, because this was it for me. This was completely all that there was for me and my family.
When did you find Kirtan was your calling?
Yeah, I come from a family of all of us who do so much Kirtan. And my older brother was really instrumental in trying to help make a place for me in doing this Kirtan. And even as young as 14, we were always singing in the temple. This was life. There was no other option. It's not like we were partying on a Friday or a Saturday. Most of us, we were just, if we want to go have a party, we go have a party at temple. Go to the mandir and have a party, no problem. And that's the most amazing thing about Krishna consciousness, is that you're not really missing out on anything. Most times people go out searching for something else, and then they come back saying, it was here all along anyway. I should have just stayed where I was. But of course, the mind likes to trick us, thinking that there's something else out there that we're missing out on. Really, it's all here. And so now I get to organize spiritual parties all over the world.
How much Grammy nomination helped you reach out the maximum people to get in the pot with the bhakti?
Yeah, I am after more than just people who want a trend. And so the moment it feels like spirituality is a trend, I'm always telling my entire team, okay, how do we switch? And I know I drive them crazy with it and they allow me to, but I'm always, how do we switch this? So that it's not just 15 minutes of spiritual fame. This is a lifestyle. It is a lifetime of cultivating a relationship with divinity. And so when it comes into Grammy nominations, I'm constantly even looking, but who's really interested? More so than somebody who might be interested because there is some sort of fame or a name attached with a Grammy nomination. I think it is wonderful that they are reaching out and acknowledging spiritual music. It melts my heart.
You are also a bridge between modern music and bhakti. How do you feel about that? What do you want to say? What would you answer?
Yeah, I try to cling to the bhakti as much as possible. If I can try and hold on tight to the bhakti as much as possible and do what comes naturally from the heart. Everybody is already looking for that bridge. Right? Everybody's already looking for it. Everybody wants it. This works because there is already a yearning for it. There's already a demand, and that demand simply comes from the heart. And a lot of this isn't new. A lot of these bhajans were famous decades ago. It just so happened that somehow or other we stopped singing them. We stopped thinking that they were cool. And for me, all I have to do is we sing them. We re-sing them, and then next thing you know, it's right, I remember now, because someone's auntie or uncle or these were the lullabies. It was a time when bhajans and kirtans were what you'd sing to children when they fall asleep. First thing when they wake up. This is, you would not leave your house before praying. Everybody would have an arti before they left their house because this was culture. And so now it becomes almost like re-bridging the gap and bringing back. There was such rich culture. And then everybody decided to chase after the West. But really, it's been here all along. And so now I get to be in a position where we just come back and say, hey, remember? This was really good. And maybe it just needs somebody younger to sing it again to make it seem kind of cool. But it's always been here.
And you have such an amazing concert lineup. It is one of a kind. Can you please tell us about that in India?
I'm so excited for this concert lineup. This concert lineup is, I am hoping that everybody will get to see a glimpse of my heart. It is a chance for us to bring festivals to places that might not have these festivals. It is a chance for us to really bring Kirtan in a mood of service. And we get to acknowledge all of those people that I wanted to connect with. So it is the people who are serving day in, day out, and they have such a love for Krishna and such a love for bhakti. And maybe no one else has recognized them for that because they don't have a big name. Because maybe they don't have a Grammy nomination or somebody to say, you are wonderful. And so now we get to bring our Chal Man Vrindavan village festival and we get to honor those people. And so we live in a time where not everybody can go to Vrindavan. So it's okay, it's fine. Now we get to bring Vrindavan to you. And this is really where my heart is at. I'm so excited for this tour because we get a chance to really bring the spirit of Vrindavan everywhere.